go. You know?
Yeah.
Then you put the podcast on all the platforms, which is very easy. You can Google it or we can tell you. That's just like record, upload, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher. But then if you record it, and let's get it straight here. For the first 8 years of my career, I didn't have a team. So the way I would have done it is like that. Like I would have had my iPhone on the table and recorded it. And then literally posted the raw fucking video on LinkedIn. So like, people, again, being the messenger of a lot of these things right now scares me because I have a level of notoriety now, leverage, infrastructure, but I got here by doing what I'm telling you to do.
So in another life, I was a rock and roll DJ.
Amazing.
My last gig was broadcasting to 20 million listeners a day for XM.
That's crazy.
So I have some of that.
That in you.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, look, that's, as you know, like, to me, I hope people don't shy away from that. You should triple down on that. It's the top of the funnel.
I do. Like, so
good.
Whether it's pitching or blogging
sure.
or interviews, we do
good.
it all.
Good.
Which is great. Like, my team calls me Kately from Lately, like this whole thing, right? Okay. So
love it.
I have a couple of questions, and maybe one is short, so we can
no worries.
go over one later. But
yep.
One is I do a video of the day that, in addition to other videoing, this is a minute long roughly, and it goes to our Facebook profile, mostly exclusively, sometimes elsewhere. It's just me holding my phone, and I say it's a day in the life of a startup entrepreneur.
Love.
And I share.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Today was at VaynerMedia.
Yeah, exactly. And it's usually some kind of real deep insight. So one of the things that I love about radio and podcasts is the pulling back the black curtain and giving people like that access to, that's where the theater of the mind comes into me. Of course, I've been in a million green rooms, so I like that, and I've learned that my audience likes that as well. So we use that video to give people that behind the scenes look of like what it's like, and it's, female entrepreneurship is hot.
Of course,
stuff, right?
Which is great.
And so we sometimes put it on Instagram. Once in a while, if it's super short, on Twitter. But I'm thinking about LinkedIn, of course.
You have to put it everywhere. You know that, right?
Well, the LinkedIn is that we haven't because I'm concerned.
You have to put it everywhere, contextually post-produced for everywhere.
So let me, yes, and here's why I haven't been on LinkedIn, and this is what I want to ask, because sometimes it's not very investor friendly, because sometimes I'm really honest. That's where they all are.
No.
Just do it.
Yeah, that to me is like cool. First of all, let me give you great advice. Any investor that won't want to invest in you because it's not investor friendly is not somebody you would have won with anyway. It's not your DNA. It's like me thinking about that shit. Got it?
Just put it out there.
You want to hear something even better?
Yes.
It's going to help you. What it's going to actually do is keep those investors away, which is going to save you 3 to 8 bullshit meetings that are going to cost you time in the future. It's probably going to make the investor that you actually want come to you instead of you going to her or him.
That's easy.
You understand?
Yes.
This is a big game of wanting no's, and that's where everyone's getting confused.
Yeah.
Think about what I'm doing. I'm super not friendly to a lot of things too. Patriot fans don't want to work with me. People that don't like cursing. Let's keep it going. Let's go freeform, raise your hand. Go ahead.
So back to our earlier conversation, with the auto-generated content, we believe that humans and AI should work in partnership, because as you know, marketing is emotion, and you buy on emotion, you can—
Couldn't agree more.
So each of the posts, you can edit them and humanize them, right? You can optimize them, whatever. And so what I saw—
And do you guys tell them that that is the best practice?
Yes, we do.
Good, keep going.
But we started doing it more because one of the things I have is I have all my interns, as soon as someone becomes a customer or even when they become a lead, they connect with them on LinkedIn for me or follow them on Twitter. And so I actually, get
Watch
that, and then also I'm watching, right? So I could see that they were pushing the button and letting the content rip. And if you put garbage in, it's garbage out, right? So,
100%.
And I was like, oh, guys, this is just basic 101 grammar sometimes.
We don't even, we believe in it so much, we don't automate anything. Even though we think that that's inefficient and should, but I've been so passionate to build the religion of context, not automated scale, that if I did it now the company would be thoughtful about it. If I did it first, it'd be like everybody else in the world, and 99% of your clients, and we just met with Facebook, 99% of what celebrities do, like everybody wants automation. Nobody actually wants to build a meaningful relationship. They just want the likes and the sales.
It's true.
I'm aware.
I do have a secret.
Go ahead.
Which is your team is using it.
Phenomenal, and I'm sure, like we hack with stuff, but like the fact that like I don't even know that is like the punchline, right? Like.
Totally. So the point is that I I saw them doing this, and then people actually started asking me too, like, how do we optimize it? And so I decided so we do open office hours every week for the public. Anybody can come, and for half an hour we go through features and we talk marketing and blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, you know what, once a month, I'm gonna just get on, I'm gonna auto-generate somebody's blog, they can volunteer, or I can just grab somebody, and I'm gonna go in and optimize each single post.
Yep.
It shows them each trick.
Yep.
And so we do it, it's great, everybody's,
Yay, yep.
yeah, hooray, hooray. And so we've been trying to figure out, like, how can we improve that? So right now, this ties to the podcast question, this is a very visual thing, right? And it takes time. You need the screen. It's like it's my time commitment. I can't really reproduce it. It's hard for me. I can't even really.
Well, you can layer services on top of it.
Well, so we have an inkling idea of this. Tell me about this.
I think you should tell the world that it would be far more effective for them to pay an extra $5,000 a month for post-production before they post than just hitting the post. Sanan, who on our team is using this product? I want to get the insight.
May and Nishana.
Cool.
Raghav.
Let's find Raghav. I want to just hear him talk for a second.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
I think you would be stunned if you went with this approach, and I understand why you wouldn't. Hey,
I want to.
I know. Let me give you the pitch.
Yeah, go.
Hey, how much is your product?
Starts at 50, but SAT is a customer. So
Understood. So give me the range.
130,000.
A month or 10,000 a month?
10,000.
Cool. 50 to 10,000, right? Cool. Hey, you can use this at $100 a month, and we're very proud of the product. If you pay an extra 1,000 a month, that 100 a month actually works like 2,000 instead of the 100 working like 30. I genuinely believe that to be true. How are you using this tool?
Well, a couple ways. We're doing scheduling.
That's okay.
Scheduling is a big one on LinkedIn, just because we can't natively schedule on LinkedIn.
Right.
We're also it also allows you to take transcripts from the videos that we have.
Yep.
And it pulls out quotes
Yep.
that will potentially perform on the platform.
Yep.
So we'll take a video
Yep.
that we put on YouTube, we'll run it through the platform, we'll pull out 10 quotes, and we'll schedule them out over the next 5 days.
Understood. And how'd you find it?
It was.
Do you remember?
I think we posted something on LinkedIn.
Do you know the story?
We do, yeah.
What was it?
You posted the thing on LinkedIn that said, oh, I wish there was an AI tool that would create 30 or 40 posts out of long-form content. And I was like,
Hey, awesome.
They got
Thank
so
you.
many shout-outs.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
we actually engineered some of those shout-outs too.
I'm
Because we got all of our favorite customers.
I think you just roll with that. I think you make that part of the sales pitch. If nothing, first of all,
Can you say it again?
yeah, yeah. Hey, super excited you're checking us out. So look, based on the way you look like you're gonna do it, I think you're gonna be $300 a month. Just FYI, we have a creative services overlay which does the post-production that is actually the variable of success. Our tool gets you to 3.5 base, but the human creative variable from 3.5 base to home plate is so much more significant. Now, this may sound weird. Even though you're only paying $250 a month, our service for our creatives and our strategists and our copywriters is $1,000 a month in addition. We're thrilled to have you at $250, and we think there's nothing that competes for $250 in the market. However, just on the record, whether you do it and we don't do it for $1,000, or you pay us to do it for $1,000, at $1,250, intuitively, I feel like you're getting $2,500 worth of value versus, at $1,000, you're getting $2,500 worth of value, or at $1,250, I had to write the percent. You're getting $2,500 of value. At $250, we think you're getting $350 worth of value. So if you can afford it, you can imagine how that amortizes. Or you still pay us $250, but you better fucking hire somebody and pay them $40,000 a year to post-produce everything, because you can't imagine the delta. Here's 3 fucking versions of me doing it by hand. That's the pitch.
This is all recorded.
Yep.
Awesome.
That's the pitch.
That's super money. Thank you so much.
You got it. It will work. Here's why. 25% will hire you for it, and you'll start building a VaynerMedia on top of it. It won't be as efficient as a SaaS business, but it'll bring up your, ROI, and it's gonna work better. It's gonna help your LTV.
Right, exactly.
20%. 20% are gonna do it internally in a way they wouldn't have done it if you sold it differently. They'll do it right,
Yeah.
which is 40% more than you have now.
We don't get bonuses either, but that's because we haven't been able to too in the budget.
I get it.
But it's also seems to be working, which is, so I had, of course, tons of investors who are like, what the hell, why do you have a bonus system in your system? And I'm like, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, investors are Excel sheet, Goldman Sachs, business school junkies. They just think it's right. It actually leads to incredibly bad human behavior. And if you, it just leads to, people have to live, and they have factored in the max of their bonus. First of all, people don't know how to save money. Like, if you have an employee who literally has an arbitrary bonus between 15 and 50,000, she's living with the 50,000 in mind. Then it comes and you give her 26 because you had a bad year or she was just okay. She's like, fuck. She's like, my credit card bill is not getting paid off. Like, it's just crazy. People don't factor real into theory. I always go here when I get in this mindset. I always implore people to read Marxism and communism on paper. It sounds remarkable. Every person at VaynerMedia would love it. It's extremely socially liberal. It just isn't inherently human. Some things are better on paper. And business became one-dimensional. And finally, I see some of the tide turning, starting to have EQ and gray conversations. But in the rise of finance and startup, it was run by an old boys club of, Harvard Business School told me this, see ya. Just not my thing.
On the investor side,
yeah.
Like we do some specific marketing to investors.
Smart.
I was gonna ask if you thought that was a viable strategy or just
it is the
marketing.
strategy.
Okay.
I couldn't be more bullish on that for somebody who's raising capital. Always be putting out content to raise capital so that when you have to raise capital, you're on third base, not fucking the dugout. Couldn't be super bullish on it.
So we actually took our investors' emails and ran them through Facebook and did paid ads.
Yeah.
I actually think the other thing you guys could be doing is already marketing for the exit.
Oh yeah. Especially.
Like, here's why.
Yeah.
Here's why.
Be on the beach.
Like just, it's never the wrong time to take somebody grossly overpaying. Like I've always said to everybody, this is never for sale, and if it's for sale, quit. But inherently, there's always a 1% chance in my head. I'm like, well, if Disney realizes this creative machine and they offer me $3 billion tomorrow, it's a wrap. Because it's just too much. It's just not, there's nothing I can, I would trick Disney into thinking nobody's gonna quit. Then a lot of people would probably quit because I've been telling them to quit. But I'd fucking figure it out because it's too big of a number, and it just, the $1 million man's right. Everybody's got a price. So marketing now for the exit is also a good idea.
I can't imagine that. Can you?
Having a good understanding of who might want to buy you, and then making content about you in a way that lends them to start putting seeds to why they should buy you. Running an article, running a piece of creative that is titled, "Why Food Service Companies Should Own All Their Internal Tech."
Right.
And then subconsciously, humans are funny. They're real funny. Like the CFO of a board all of a sudden goes, we should have our own internal tech. Who do we use? Quick, let's buy them. That's what happens.
Yeah, it's true. I have another question.
Go.
So Nick was telling us a little bit last night how about you guys stopped your strategy of wasting time on annoying customers.
RFPs over inbound.
Yeah, which I like. Of course, I love firing annoying customers. But we're still trying to figure out our funnel, and
Of course.
I'm still young enough that every customer counts almost.
No, that's right.
Letting them go because I actually banned a couple people which felt great. But anyways, so there's a lot of theories about how many calls, many touches, or emails, whatever it is, social touches that it takes to get a customer. Right? It's 12, 14. So if I have these leads and they're qualified, they're pre-qualified, taking that metaphor into consideration, really, how much time do I want my people trying to reach somebody or trying to convince somebody? We know that if we get you a demo, I have a 50% chance of closing you. Closing you all the way. 18%, I have an 18% chance of actually closing you as a sale and 50% of closing you into a trial.
Okay.
Right? So demo is good. I want to get you on the phone and say like, hey man, look at my thing. But right now I know that it can take like 12 reaches out to get that first demo.
Because you're a sales organization right now, not a marketing one, which is okay. It's the story of 99.9% of SaaS products.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just not where I think the white side base
it's
is.
funny that you say that because when we market it, it actually happens pretty instantaneously. But it's the sales that doesn't. So you're 100% right.
I'm aware.
So what do I do? Wait, so sorry. So, and a good example is on your thing where I commented, every single person who commented back has had a demo this week. So it's really
Makes sense.
But at the same time, I have all these leads that we got from other places, like in my sales team has them, and I have names and email addresses and phone numbers. What do I do with those people? Do I just all socially hunt them? I guess that's what I should do. Yeah. Answer my question.
Yep. And what you want to do is create one anchor piece of creative that is your show that becomes the catch-all top to everything. If everybody here leaves with a podcast, and that is really where I'm going more than the vlog, then I've won, because I really think it will work. You know, not everybody's gonna be good at it, but when you do very narrow podcasts, you only need a very small group of people listening. This is not about making the Ask GaryVee show. You get 7 people to listen and 2 become customers. For a lot of you, it's going to be ROI positive. Especially when you're at a mature level and have sales teams, it becomes wildly positive.
Well, same with doing an interview on a smaller podcast that might have like 300 views. That's 300 people who didn't like.
I mean, it's all I did. We had a really famous piece of we had a piece of content that I liked. Let me rephrase. There was a piece of content we made that I liked that just showed it was just all these highlights of me being on different podcasts and YouTube shows, and it showed how many views the video had. 107, 92, showing to people like lower. Everyone's trying to get on Joe Rogan's podcast. He doesn't want you. You know, like you've got a long way to go before you get there. Let's get on the ones that you can, and more importantly, let's host the one. You're far more likely to host and get somebody way above your skis than you are to get on somebody's show that's bigger than you.